Welcome to the Sadness. I am the Helmet Head. This is Broken Arrow. For those of you who don't know what Broken Arrow is, this is an RTS that some believe will be the spiritual successor to the Wargame series. This is set to feature a deck-based system similar to Wargame with over 200 units and customization. This game has been highly anticipated by Wargame fans, and if you like Wargame, give this demo a shot. The demo is currently available during the Steam Next Fest, which runs from February 6th through the 13th. All right, first thing, let's go have a look at the arsenal and see what's going on in here. So 2 countries, no army builder yet. That's fine. So all Russia or US. So I guess let's start with the Russians since they're first in the list. And the tabs here are in a different order, but it is very much like Wargame. No tanks. So tanks are in their own tab. Okay. So tanks must be in the vehicle tab then. Yes, they are. All right. We'll go ahead and go down and just have a kind of a quick look. First thing that I'm noticing that's different here is we have a drone, a couple of mini drones actually. As far as like other Recon units, this is relatively some BRDM3, BRDM2, some little Jeep with a 50 cal. That 50 cal weighs more than the Jeep does, I'm pretty sure. There's Vetka, Gru. I like the icons. Oh, those are VDV Rozvetka. Okay. Then this thing. That's interesting. So it only has a machine gun, but it's got... Okay, view range is actually directly given to you too, which is something I'm noticing in the stat card over here. It just tells you what the view range is going to be. So this thing has an insane view range compared to everything else. And then I'm going to... Oh, it's a little bit finicky. I'm guessing that's the stealth rating, yep. So it's not super stealthy. It's about as stealthy as all the other vehicles. Or I guess lower number is better. And then it gives the weight for some reason. So I'm guessing this is going to have to do with airdrops in the future. So, and then that's the amphibious tag. Okay. Overall, the unit card doesn't look too crazy. Is that going to be... I think that means that it has smoke and a laser designator. Alright, so they've definitely added on different things, and like I'm being told here on the side, you can change the armor scheme to get it up armored, make it a little bit more survivable, and it does change the price in the card here. Interesting. And that's kind of the big selling point, I think, of this game is going to be the fact that you can change. Oh, this has a different weapon package, so you can go Cord or AGS 30. Interesting. So that's gonna be insanely good. And then this opposite, you can make it a little bit cheaper. That's cool. So instead of having a million different vehicles with within the game, you just get the base vehicle and then you choose what you want out of that, which I very much like. Oh my gosh, that's going to make this game really complicated, but it's going to be good. And then like here, you can change the optics package. Oh my goodness. That's cool. The Fire Support Patriot isn't real, it can't hurt you. Oh gosh. So the Recon tab. Oh, these guys are a little bit different than Wargame too. It looks like they're like Border Patrol, I'm assuming is what they're supposed to be. But you don't get the dog, or this guy the dog. Infantry tab. Never heard this term before, but they have a paratrooper tag, or at least it looks like it by the symbol. It's Marines. Motostrelki. So these guys are like the engineers. They have the RPO. Igloo team. Reservists. Oh, and interesting, you actually have breakdown of what they carry in the squad. All right. And then VDV. Oh, and a VDV AA team. 60-point reservist. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that is kind of... You can get Marines for the same price as a reservist. I wonder why. That's a little bit odd. Huh. Yeah. That's very odd. I guess we'll see as the game develops. Oh, the vehicle tab. All right, vehicle tab is already nice and fleshed out. Interesting. So, oh my gosh, the T14 is in game already. You can't do anything to change it, upgrade it. It would be interesting to see what they do to the T14 if they give it. That looks like the 125. If they give it the 152 as an upgrade, that would be interesting to see. Units variant. Ah, okay. So they do. The tanks actually go ahead and go with different upgrades and packages. Very, very cool. It's like the B3 is probably going to have. I don't know. Okay, it is. Even change the engine. All right. And it does change the name in here too. But everyone knows this is the most important vehicle right here. The Typhoon transport with an autocannon. Yeah, you can give it all kinds of fun upgrades. Scratch it. Scratch it also. Just a modernized version. So that's like a rangefinder. And then with the Iglas. This is a fun toy. Gosh, just the fact that it's more modern is very interesting. You know what's actually disappointing though is you don't have oh wait, no, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the grad? Russia will never change. Shilka with radar and Iglas. Cool. What about the Smirch? Can you? No. What do they have the Smirch rockets set up with? Heat rockets. Again on a different truck than what Wargame has it on. That's interesting. Heat rockets. So I'm going to assume that since there's a blast radius on both of these, that they're HE. Yeah, so these are all HE rockets for now. This one, have it reload faster. Okay. So it looks like they don't go super heavy. Well, this is a 240. They don't go up to the super heavy. Oh my gosh, this thing is cool. It's essentially it's like a Tunguska radar system on a truck. Speaking of which, Tunguska is not here. Is that an upgrade for the truck? Oh yes. Now the driver can't see. All right, logistics, nothing because Russia, I guess. They made that accurate. Big chunky Mi-25. Oh, cool. So helicopters get ECM. You'll be able to just pick whatever package you want, I guess, for the helicopters, which will be good. Right now, it's just your selection of rocket pods, pretty much, with some missiles. Then the air tab. Oh, transport planes. This is the interesting thing. It's going to be cool to see what ends up happening. What? Wait. I didn't know that these things actually came with missiles and stuff. That's not right, is it? I always just assumed the IL... No, that's SU-30. I was going to say, I would just always assume the IL-76 was just unarmed. And it is. Tupolev 23, that's nice. Tu-95 will be the one to carry a nuke. Just not in there yet. All right. Good. Yeah, I guess you can't have a game named Broken Arrow without the nukes, right? I hope they don't go too crazy with the bear, because good lord, those turboprops could blow your ears out. T-160, very expensive. You can bring a 9,000 kilogram bomb, so 2 of them. Goodness. Yeah, that's just like, you just don't want to deal with something, so it's gone. And are these going to be cruise missiles? I don't recognize the designation. Yep, cruise missiles. All right, Su-57, very cool. 35, 34. And then different specializations. So airborne. Is that going to be armored, motorized, / mechanized, I'm going to assume, and then marine. It's interesting that the airplanes change a lot. It's cool. All right, let's look at the US real quick. Start from the top, go down. Force Recon. So this is actually looks a lot different from LRAS. My this little system right here is something that my stepdad made. So I get very excited every time I see it acknowledged in a game. This thing is really cool. Whenever they were testing the ELRAS, the small version of this, we would get up on top of the tower and we could actually look all the way to our house, which was several miles away. So I always get happy whenever I see that RAS. So it's pretty much any vehicle, it looks like, which is kind of what the US does. Bradley, Scout Helicopter, M7 Bradley, Reaper, of course, Pararescue, Rangers, Scout Snipers. Oh, US gets a sniper squad now. Oh, and a striker with LRAS. All right. I remember whenever they were trying to figure out how to even put the striker on, or LRAS on striker, they wanted to do a stovepipe in the back, so that way it could get really high and you could see over like tree lines and stuff. But that just didn't work out. All right. Infantry. Of course, the dragon has to stick around for some reason. But this is a dedicated dragon team. Okay. It's range is a little bit further in here. Javelin. They get 2 of them. With 4 missiles apiece. Good long range. I'm going to assume it's fire and forget, just like real life. Stinger team. So it seems like the US infantry overall is a little bit more specialized. What do light riflemen have? AT-4, yep. Well, I wonder how the grenade launchers are going to come into play in this game. That should be interesting. I already do like the fact that the unit cards seem to go ahead and just let them have as many weapons as they really should. Marine Raiders get shotguns for CQB, a GL. No anti-tank ability, though. Marines, and they get a DMR, mechanized infantry, AT-4. Interesting that they pick 6 men for this. So I guess that's just what fits in a Bradley. Even though really the way our infantry works is you'd have 2 Bradleys per squad. Small, or actually no, it's 3 Bradleys per 2 squads, I think. And then just a small team, then weapon squad. Yeah, see, 9-man. Yeah, it's 3 per 2 squads, and the squad is 9. So that's why this makes sense to me. Vehicle tab. AVC7. I actually don't know what this thing is. It's interesting. Is it something the Marine Corps is gonna use? Surely, yeah, because there's a striker down there. That looks like a Marine Corps vehicle. That's interesting. Of course, Humvee, patrol Humvee. Kind of weird that the Humvees are actually separated, but I guess it's because these have different numbers of units that can fit inside. Yeah, 4 seats. No seats. No seats. Okay, so that's why they're separated. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. And then they want to separate the AT from like the fire support. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Levies. Plus javelin. Oh my gosh. This thing looks like it would actually be pretty formidable. It gets very expensive though. Striker MGS. Cool. So only go up to the M1s right now, but that's okay. And the M60 still survives. into this game. Interesting. Bradley engineer vehicle. And then of course you got the Striker. So this is... So with the plow, without the plow. I'm sure they'll... Okay. So this one, it's just looks better. But can you get the autocannon Striker? No, you cannot. Oh, yes, you can. Then the MGS. Okay. Sport. Avenger with the machine gun. Look at that. You could also get it with the double missiles. Cool. C-Ram. Something that everyone's going to love, I know. Hawkeye. Interesting. They actually included this little thing. I don't know that this ever actually got used. I could be wrong, though, but that's a very interesting Humvee variant to add. Supplies. Air defense version of the LAV. Mortar. Another supply truck. Paladin, of course. Assume that you can get, yep, bigger gun. Mortar carrier. Heavy mortar carrier. HIMARS. There's no way that wasn't going to make it into this game. And ATACMS missiles for it. Very cool. M6 linebacker. Something that I kind of wish Wargame had, because that would have been fun. They have all kinds of good stuff. And then Patriots. So pack 2 and pack 3. So they're saying you get 2 per card with that? I don't know what the ×2 means. Then Striker mortar carrier. Logi nothing still. Osprey, that should be interesting. Weapons, you can get it with a minigun out the back. MV Osprey versus CV Osprey. So cargo. Okay. Of course, you got the Apache. I'm assuming that you can probably do all kinds of... You can do Hellfires on Hellfires. I'm going to assume at some point they'll just add a longbow upgrade to it, or maybe they'll make it... Oh, no, there's longbow. And the IDAP, which... Yes, you can bring all... Yeah. DAP kind of got treated bad by Wargame because it's so much more versatile than shown in game. Nighthawk. Okay. And then the Air. 35, 22. Oh, you get all 3 versions of the... They actually modeled it right, because the C is fatter wings. That is actually really cool. Then here's the one that I was hearing about with the nuke. Low drag bomb, blast radius, penetration, ignores armor. Yeah. Golly. But it does get a penta very expensive. See, and then you can launch cruise missiles with these things. That's going to be crazy. Wait, did I just... Hold up. Where is it? Did I just see that you could get... How many snake eyes will this... 84? And 30 cluster bombs. Goodness. Tomcat gets to live in this game too. That's very interesting. And you can set the different fuel loadouts. Harrier, Night Attack Harrier, Spooky. Very cool. Alright. Imagine playing ranked and your opponent nukes you. I don't know how if rank's going to end up being a thing. And then you have the F and the E version. Strike Eagle, Sea Eagle, Thunderbolt. A10 is always going to have to. It'd be interesting to see them in the future add maybe some light attack aircraft. Stuff that we use but is a little bit less common, like the Super Tucano, stuff like that, make them very cheap. Just be interesting. They wouldn't probably be used in full combat, but could be cool. Let's go ahead and play this demo mission and just see how the game is. And that's going to be it for part 1. I'll be doing a gameplay video here. I'll release it in a day or so. I just ran out of time to edit everything together, so I thought I would go ahead and get the hangar video out, and then we'll do a separate video with the gameplay. I have everything recorded. It's just needed a little bit of time to edit. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic life, and I will see you guys next time. Adios.